Hey guys, I'm Jasmine Sweet, as many of you know, because you've been riding with me for this over a decade journey. And today I have some special news for you guys. It's not so bad news, but it's also not so good news. I have just been laid off from my 9 to 5. And if you've been here with me for a while, you know, I take pride in having a 9 to 5, but I also take pride in entrepreneurship. So I felt it was important for me to bring this topic to you guys because I just became one of thousands of people all over the United States that are being laid off and trying to navigate what's next. Because let's face it, you go to college, you start a job, you follow these blueprints, and then the rug gets pulled out from under you, or they turn the music off and you're like, what next? Well, this go round, I have to say that while I'm experiencing a myriad of feelings, I'm also feeling very proud of myself. I just got done leading campaigns through a pandemic. I led marketing campaigns for the implementation of Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday. I led campaigns that empowered cultural inclusion, including Black History Month, AAPI Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and so many other things. So I walk away feeling proud. I walk away feeling scared. I walk away feeling empowered. I also walk away just wondering what's next. And I'm also being open to what's next. 2021 was the year of the Great Resignation. 2022 became the year of silent quitting. And now this year is the year of the loud layoffs. But I also want you guys to know that it's the year that you will also win. So when I say I walked away proud, it's because the whole time I was working in corporate America, I also was building my own brand and I was also building my own ventures. So my husband and I own an Airbnb here in the heart of Nashville. So if you're visiting, make sure you check out the Sweet House Nashville. And I also made sure to pour into the things that I actually love to do. So I've been blogging for a little over 10 years now, and I turned it into a business many years ago. I've worked with brands like AT&T, HP, Delta, you name it. And I've had the special opportunity to be creative, but also turn that into a business. So what I'll tell any of you guys in this period of life, whether you have just been laid off or whether you know somebody who's been laid off, encourage them to tap into their creative side, tap into their hobbies. Are you a painter? Are you a runner? Do you want to start a book club? There's so many cool things that we can all do. But I think a lot of times we 9 to 5ers, we get caught up in the day-to-day task of what we have to do that we don't leave ourselves room to actually go towards the things we might be really, really good at. A lot of us don't even know that what else we are good at. For instance, my secret hobbies, or I guess hidden talents, I can draw, I can paint. And in 2023, even before I got laid off, I made it my mission to start doing more of those things. I also became a mother within the past 3 years, and I've really honed that role to the T. That's probably my best and most prized role because it's allowed me to be who I really am. Somebody who's nurturing, somebody who cares, somebody who prizes people and pours into people. Motherhood has really brought that out of me. So while I might have been laid off recently, you guys, I have tons and tons of gifts just swirling around inside of me that I'm ready to give the world. My competitive dance coach used to say, leave it all on the floor. And I can vividly recall being out on the dance floor and her just being at the edge of the carpet. And if any of you guys have ever been to a dance competition, I'm just going to frame it out for you. The dancers are in the middle of the carpet. It's either blue or black. There's lines there. And your coach is generally right there in the front. And my coach in particular, Miss Melissa, was standing there just stomping her feet and doing all the dance moves. And she was just yelling, leave it all on the floor. And I think one of the reasons why I can walk away with so much comfort in whatever comes for me next is because I left it all on my floor at my 9 to 5. I also gave it my all in entrepreneurship. So I just feel like I don't have anything else to lose at this point. And if you're in this same place, I want you guys to feel that too. So I don't care whether you started things things outside of work yet, the opportunity is there for you to start to climb that mountain, for you to go after the things you want to do. I got laid off in my early 20-somethings. I was 23 when I got laid off. And I just remember feeling like my world had been shattered. I had nothing else left. And as somebody fresh out of college, and that was my first corporate role, I remember saying to myself, man, this cannot be the life that they described as like the yellow brick road to retirement. It just felt so wrong. I was like, how is it I'm 23? If I can't retire until I'm 65, how do I figure this out? Like, where's my path? Where's Dorothy? Who's going to come save me? And I just remember feeling just defeated. This go round, I'm not feeling defeated because that early layoff in my early 20-somethings allowed me the opportunity to reframe my perspective and decide to do some things for myself. So that's why I embarked on building my own brand. So I don't care if you go back into the corporate world or if you decide to take a break and do your own thing. It's so important that you pour into the things that you absolutely love and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Your grandmother's told you this, your mom has told you this, your aunts and your cousins have too. So take note of it and make it happen. Whatever floor I touch, corporate or not, I will always leave it all on the floor. So like I said, I'm here at this crossroads of something that I've just ended by working a 9-to-5. And I'm not saying that I won't ever go back into corporate. And I'm not saying that I'll fully 100% always be an entrepreneur, but I am leaving the door open to the possibilities that could come my way. And I think one thing to note is no matter how talented you are, no matter how much of a guru or a professional you are, I think there's always an area of you that will be scared to try something new. So to anybody who's facing this, or if you're looking to encourage someone who has also just been laid off, I think that that's a word that you can give to them, is that they must stay open to the possibilities that are going to come their way. So we talked about the great resignation of 2021, the quiet quitting of 2022, and the loud layoffs of 2023. But I have to tell you guys that this is the era of the winning woman for me. I am telling my story because I want women in business, women in media, women in tech, women in all sorts of fields to have their place in this world, because we are talented. We've done the work. We've gotten educated. We've become mothers. We've become friends. We've become dog moms. We've become entrepreneurs. We are naming the game across so many different areas. And I think it's our season. So we're not going to subscribe to these titles because we might be members of them. Like right now, I'm a member of the loud layoffs, but like I said, it's my winning woman season and I'm owning that. So when I got the news that I'd been laid off, I was actually out to lunch at Restoration Hardware with two of my colleagues, and we were just having girl chat. Valentine's Day, it's the day after Valentine's Day. And my boss called and he told me the news, maybe took 2 minutes, and I came back to the table and I said, ladies, I have some news for you guys. I've just been laid off. And they said, how are you feeling? And I was like, honestly, I feel proud of the work that I've been able to do, but I also feel free because I am just here to an open slate where I can actually embark on my own journey. I can do the things that I'm good at. I mean, when you're working a 9-to-5, a lot of times you're trying to schedule around these things. So you kind of don't have the time to pour it all the way into what you want to do. And the thing is, I don't want to look up and be 65 or 70 retirement age, and I haven't gone after any of these things. So I've always dually done them, and I've done them very well dually, but now I'm at a crossroads of just feeling free enough to actually embark on them. So one of my coworkers said to me that day, she goes, girl, you're unemployed. And I said, no, sis, I am self-employed. There's a difference. And so I guess the difference in between me being laid off as a 23-year-old to the difference of a 33-year-old, wow, that's a decade. I just realized that, is that I now own things for myself. I've actually been able to pour into myself throughout the years, whether I had a 9-to-5 or not. And so I think that there is freedom in having something that is your own, that you have contributed to through sweat equity, through financial equity, what have you. There's freedom in knowing that you gave and you poured into something that was your particular property, your intellectual property. So when you work for a corporate company, you're giving your intellectual property to the job every day. So a part of me feels free along with proud. And yeah, I keep reiterating the fact that I also feel a little scared and nervous about what's next. So I want to talk about the difference between being unemployed and self-employed because, like I said, it's 2023 and all of us have kind of been forced to be self-employed at this point. You've got so many options to actually start making money for yourself and creating businesses. So also, if you're laid off, you can do a myriad of different things. You can get into photography. This is your time. You can also just go do Uber Eats if that's what you need to do. You can start doing some consulting. Take those skills, that talent, and the intellectual property that you've been pouring into the 9-to-5 and also pour it into some things that can get some businesses going for you. Some of the best businesses come from the hardest of times. You guys, I filmed this YouTube show that I'm doing today years ago. It didn't work out for me. This is not my first go round at this, and this won't be your first go round at it either. You just have to start somewhere. If you don't like it the first go round, you can do it again and again and again. So you can continue to go in the corporate route. You can continue to get a job in corporate again and again too. No matter which direction you're going in, the fact of the matter is that you have options. And right now it feels like you don't have options, but the world is your oyster. You've just been opened up to a whole new chapter of your life. Hey y'all, and welcome to the Sweet House. I am your host, Jasmine Sweet, and under this roof, I'm gonna be sharing some personal stories. Plus, I've invited a few of my friends to share some lifestyle stories and motivation just for you. Welcoming this season, a Broadway star, a national TV host, an HGTV host, and so many more. Like, share, and subscribe, and invite your friends to the Sweet House for some tea.